We are nearing the last few configuration steps for shift scheduling. The remaining items are to link the client to the site they reside in, and finally, to optionally create a note template that supports multiple signatures on a single note, which is often common for these residential services. First, clients must be assigned to the sites that they reside in order to complete shift scheduling. To do so, go to Clients, search for your client, and on the Identification tab, assign the site in the Home Facility dropdown. Repeat for each client residing in a facility in which you will complete shift scheduling for. Lastly, if you need the signature of each staff member on the shift, then you will want to complete this step and set up a new note template. Let me show you an example. If I go to Notes and pull up a signed note for John Lennon, you can see in the staff signature section, this note was digitally signed by Supergirl and also by Sally Caregiver. This indicates that they both worked the shift and both signed off on the note. To set up the note template, go to Configure, List Configuration, Notes, and Note Templates. Click Add Note Template, give it a description, and choose the note type, whether a clinical note, which is narrative in nature, such as a pie note or a soap note, a grid note, or a medical note. Checking the group box is what then allows more than one caregiver to sign off on the note. Without this checked, the note template will only allow a single caregiver signature. Apply time management can be checked if you want to force time against each individual goal corresponding to a grid note. I can show you an example of that in just a minute as well. Once the note template is saved, as with all note templates, it is recommended to assign this to the corresponding service. This is optional as well, but definitely recommended since it prevents your staff from having to make a choice of which note template they will document on every time they go to write a note. To do this, go to Billing, Services, and Note Configuration. Choose your service and select the default template. In the absence of a default template, the caregivers will have to choose the note template every time they go to write a note. That can lead to confusion and improper documentation if they happen to choose the wrong note template. For that reason, it is highly recommended to always set your default note template for each of your services. Now let me show you an example of what the Apply Time Management checkbox does when setting up the note template. If you wanted to be able to capture how long each goal was worked on and for what portion of the day, you could do so by having the staff key the start time and end time for each goal as it was worked. When the staff go to sign the note, the system will validate that for the duration of the shift, in this case between 1 and 9 p.m., that there is time covering that duration. This is in place to support your billing and to justify the activities that occurred during the shift.